I are pissed. Broker screwing me over. Got stuck with a load that I shouldn't have had to take. Driving for free. Not happy about that. More issues on the upside. Inverter cables seem to be working right. And Rusty's getting groomed. Let's try to put a little positive spin in some of this on this episode of
the Clutch Trucker Channel.
Clutch Trucker, filmed before a live and furry studio audience. That is Rusty, the soon-to-be groomed, world-famous meatball dog. Hey YouTube, Clutch Trucker here. Thanks for tuning in to another edition of the Clutch Trucker Channel. Alright, here I am in Montana. I'm on highway, I think it's 212. It kind of cuts the corner off if you're going east on 90, and if you stay on 90, it drops down into Wyoming, goes through Buffalo, and it kind of curves back up through Spearfish, and then down to Rapid City. This cuts off about 45 miles or so by taking this little, mainly two-lane highway. A little more scenic, but, you know. Anyway, I got a load early this morning that is not very good, and Bo and I are going to have a talk about this, because the load I had going up to Bozeman paid pretty well. It paid about $3 a mile gross, which, you know, is enough for me to run and still make a little bit of money. Problem is, it took 4 days because I picked it up Friday and I didn't deliver it until today, Monday, the 20th. This other load they gave me, it picked up in Bozeman, only 4 miles away from where I delivered, which was nice. However, it's going to, well, someplace. Francisville, Indiana. About 1,560 to 1,580 miles away, depending on how you go. The rate con from ArcBest, that's who this load is through, said it was about 1,500 miles. Even so, you know, brokers usually show it being a little bit less than it is. But it's really 1,560 to 1,580. The thing that really pisses me off about this load is it's only paying $2 a mile gross, based on 1,500. And that is, that's not enough anymore, not with the high fuel prices. So, especially up there where I just was, $6 a gallon to me. That's ridiculous. Yeah, I average about 5 miles a gallon. It's a lighter load, so I might get closer to 5.5, but I gotta figure everything based on 5, to be fair. I really need at least $3 a mile gross to make any money. On this load, $25.50 is what I get after Turquoise takes their 15%. Costs me about $1,875 in fuel to do this run, leaving me about $680-ish. I did the math, I can't remember it all exactly in my head right now, but okay, so that leaves about $650, $625 to $650. You could say maybe profit is what I'll actually be earning on this run. Problem being, that's not taking into account maintenance, insurance, the $300 a week I gotta pay Turquoise for all the other insurance and everything else. So when you add all that in, I'm driving for free. Not only that, I'm actually paying a little bit to haul this load. I am not freaking happy about it. I know they took it because it was nearby, and they're trying to get me back to the Midwest where the fuel's a little cheaper and the loads are paying a little bit better. But I'm kind of done with this. This is the last time I'm going to do a load like this that I'm losing money on. And it turns out, and it gets even worse. It was picking up today. It was scheduled to pick up at noon. I got there at 9:15 this morning. But still took them over 4 hours to load it because it's all styrofoam, most of it loose. That was a big drop. It's for hydroponic growing, and they said it was for lettuce, but then they didn't do that, so they're getting rid of it and they're selling it off. Okay, it was supposed to deliver Wednesday between 8 a.m. and 3 p.m. 1,580 miles away. course, I've got time going against me. It's 2 hours further because it's Eastern time zone I picked up in the Mountain time zone. So now you add that in. I can't do 1,580 miles in 2 days. I can't legally do that. That would be 790 miles a day. It's not possible. I've gotten as much as 811 miles one time, running only in the west where I was going through Utah and Idaho and Wyoming, where I could be at least 75 to 80 miles an hour following the speed limits. Once I get further east, I can't do that. It was only 70 in Montana. So it's not possible to get there in 2 days by the 3 p.m. cutoff Eastern time on Wednesday. So when I picked it up, I told him, look, I've done all the math, I've run all the numbers. I can't make it by Wednesday, so it's going to have to deliver Thursday morning. They said, okay, great, we'll get back to you, we'll let you know. Then they called me back after I'm an hour and a half away after the pickup and said they can't take it on Thursday, so now it has to deliver on Friday. So now, not only am I on a load that is not paying me any money and I'm actually having to pay a little bit to do it, it doesn't deliver till Friday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Needless to say, I'm a little hacked off. I sent a text message to Bo saying, you need to call me as soon as possible. We got to talk about this load. If it hadn't taken him over 4 hours to load me, even an hour and a half away, I would have turned around and brought it back.
5 minutes of delay we're adding to your route.
Thank you, Carmen. So, not happy about it at all. This can't continue. I have to make $3 a mile gross from now on, or I gotta park the truck and I can't do this anymore. As you can tell, I'm a little hacked off. Oh, and now we have a 1-lane road ahead. That's fun. Only upside I can say is, I'll talk about this a little bit later. I tested the inverter on the Ninja Foodie, and it seems to be working well. And I do have some interesting video to show you of these guys. I picked up at somebody's house with a farm behind it, so that's kind of interesting, and showing them load these styrofoam block sheets, shelves by hand. So let's take a look at something a little more fun. Here's that. Every now and then you get some really unusual loads. Here I am in this tiny little county road in Bozeman, Montana. There's the view. Pretty nice around here. Had to back into this little driveway by this house, little farm. For some reason they have all this foam equipment and they're loading it by hand. Yep, you guys will be in the next video. Yeah, they're actually real nice guys that loaded me up, but there was a crew of 5 loading all that up by hand, and it still took them over 4 hours, which means the unload on the other end is not going to go quickly. God forbid they have less than 5 people, and they're trying to unload it all. And they had to just kind of wedge a lot in there and stack on things on top of things. I don't see this going well, so if I have to deliver Friday, earliest I can be there is 8 a.m., I'm not going to be done till afternoon. So, now, try to get a good paying load on a Friday afternoon. See, it's already going to screw me for the next load. So, this is where things have got to change, or, I got to park the truck, even though I've done all this work to it to make living in this truck much nicer, which it is now. But I can't keep driving for free or to pay to drive. No! I can make more money working at freaking Burger King or something. Sorry, I'm a little pissed off right now, but this can't continue. You think things cost a lot now. You think the cost of everything has gone up. Now, just wait when more truckers just start turning in their plates saying, I'm not doing it anymore. And I may be one of them. I'm not going to do this anymore. I know why he took this load, because it was nearby and it gets me maybe to some better loads, but now it's taken another day, and I'm not driving for free anymore, or paying to drive. No. I've really enjoyed working for Turquoise Trucking for 5 years now. They've been really good to me, but if they can't get me loads that are going to pay me enough to make some money, then I might have to move on, which I really don't want to have to do, you know, because what are the chances you move on to some other carrier and they're just as bad or worse? Not looking forward to it. Okay, let me try to be positive again. I always try to be positive, but boy, sometimes life can just kick you in the teeth, can it? With an iron boot. It's from Airplane, I think, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, Ted, don't pay attention to that. Of course, no one gets kicked in the teeth with an iron boot. Anyway, trying to be more positive. Okay, here's another good positive thing. Rusty's getting groomed tomorrow. Yeah. I found a PetSmart in Rapid City that can take him tomorrow morning at 10:30. So I'm going to park as close as I can tonight if I can find a place and bring him over at 10:30 in the morning. So he's going to get all nice and clean and groomed, and we'll have a good smelling dog. A good smelling bacon strip dog. So, alright, so there's something positive. Trying to center myself. Trying to say, okay, yes, I tested the Ninja Foodie, cooked a pizza for lunch, the new inverter cables, apparently that made all the difference. I have some video to show you of that. Alright, we're testing the new battery cables going up to the big inverter. You can see that flashes a little bit, but that's okay. It's going back and forth between green and light red. That's handling it. It's usually the startup that has the problem, but it started up and heated all the way up with no problem. You can see the pizza over there in the oven cooking. Oh yeah, that's gonna be good, baby, yeah. So I think that battery, those beefier battery cables going from the floor down to the first inverter and up here into this one have solved my problem, especially with the Ninja Foodie, because that pulls the most power of anything in the truck. So how about that? That gave me the fix. It's a beautiful thing, and I'm going to be enjoying a pizza here real soon. Yeah. All right, there's my perfectly cooked Jack's pizza. It's a beautiful thing. Yep, no problem with the Ninja Foodie this time. So the bigger, beefier inverter cables did the trick, baby. All right, well, it's going to take them a little while to get everything loaded since they're doing it by hand. So yeah, might as well cook up my pizza. Look at that. Oh yes, that's the good stuff. So I gotta have a good lunch while I'm waiting. Gotta love it. That's of course before I completely figured it all out and realized that how lousy this load is after all, and before I got the call saying I can't deliver till Friday. So
There is currently light traffic on your route.
Thank you, Garmin. And so at least, hey, I was gonna have some pizza, so that's that always makes me happy. But, you know, another thing about this load, I understand why it was scheduled for Wednesday, because obviously the broker had contacted the receiver and they said, oh, we're not available Thursday, so they scheduled it for Wednesday. But here's what always pisses me off about brokers. They don't look at the fact that you can't drive almost 800 miles in 2 days, legally. There's just no way to do it. Yes, I'm on paper logs. Yes, I can fudge it a little bit if I need to, but I'm going to be going through way stations. I already just went through one back there in Laurel, Montana. You know, so that flags me. There's only so much I can do. And, you know, after getting that overweight ticket down in Florida a few weeks back, you know, I really don't want to push it. So the broker already scheduled it so that it couldn't be done legally. This pickup wasn't scheduled until noon today. God forbid if I hadn't started getting loaded till noon, I wouldn't have been out of there till 4 p.m. Mountain Time, which is 6 p.m. Eastern. That's less than 2 days, and it's a full about 2.25 to 2.5 day drive. You know, and this is where brokers just really piss me off. So I should get some layover pay for that, based on the fact that, you know, it was scheduled wrong in the first place, and now that I can't deliver till Friday, but this is not my fault, and yet I gotta blame Bo a little bit for this one. He shouldn't have accepted this load without really checking with me first and letting me do the math and tell him that no, we shouldn't take that because I can't deliver on Wednesday. Which, you know, the only reason it was going to be good is to get me to a location where we might get better loads and better pay. But, you know, driving for free, completely free, still not worth it. I'm not going to do that anymore. And I'm going to make that very clear to him that I'm not doing that anymore. So we'll see what happens. And if this ends my career with Turquoise, well, that's the way it's going to have to be. If it ends my career temporarily as a truck driver, well, that's the way it's going to have to be, because I can make more money at another job instead of losing money on a load and paying to take a load at almost any other job in Cheyenne, and guess what? I'd be home. So, if this is the way it's going to continue to go, my God, is the price of everything going to go up? Because a lot of us owner-operators are just going to say, no, we're done. We're not going to drive for free or to pay to drive your freight. No. Would you go to work if every time when you walked into work in the morning they say, hey, welcome to work this morning, you owe us $300, and now you got to stay late too? Would you do that? Would you put up with that shit? I don't think so. And I blame the carriers. It's the big mega carriers who can maybe absorb this for a few months are taking these lousy rates because they still want to keep their drivers, their company drivers who are paid by the mile, so they don't quit on them. And it's a lot of these newer owner-operators who obviously are lousy at math and don't know what the hell they're doing and are taking loads, and before they know it, they're going to be out of business and out of money. So that's really ultimately, yeah, we can blame Biden and the fuel prices and all that, but it's these morons taking loads that don't pay well enough, or don't even pay enough for the fuel and the maintenance on their truck. I don't understand these idiots taking loads that don't pay any money. Like I say, would you go to work for free? What are you doing? I don't think any of you watching this now, if you're not a truck driver, would work for free. Or work and have to pay to work. So, yeah, I'm not doing another free load like this. If this happens to be again, like I say, too bad I was an hour and a half away and it took them over 4 hours to load me, or I would have turned around and gone back. But that would have cost me even more money because I already drove an hour and a half on fuel at damn near $6 a gallon. So, if it doesn't change quick, as they say on Shark Tank, and for those reasons, I'm out. Okay, I'm trying to calm myself down, but boy, am I freaking hacked off right now. But okay, Rusty's getting groomed tomorrow, so we'll have a pretty dog. Of course, you know, he was in the opening, and you'll see Rusty again at the end. So then maybe tomorrow night, now that I have more time to kill, I'll probably end up doing a video tomorrow night so you can see the freshly groomed and pretty Rusty. I'm going to try to request, a lot of the PetSmart grooming places have this little spritz they put on them that smells like coconuts. I mentioned this in one of my videos a long time ago when I got Rusty groomed, and I'm like, oh, he smells like coconuts. I have a coconut smelling dog. So I'm going to try to request that. Maybe that'll help put me in a better mood tomorrow. So anyway, hey, thanks for tuning in and letting me rant here. I'm sorry, I'm so hacked off. Oh, and I was so mad I forgot that I got an ass wagon to show you. Check this out. This is right after I got loaded. I'm coming up to this light. You can see the left lane was left turn only. The lane I'm in is straight. And this pickup comes up on the left side. You can just start to see him here in a second. As soon as the light turns green, he decides he's going to shoot around me because he didn't want to wait behind the big truck because I might be too slow. Look at this ass wagon. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, four-wheelers do this to us all the time. And now the zoom in slow-mo. Alright, coming up to the light again, and there you can see the left lane is left turn only. Here comes that truck when the light turns green. Couldn't possibly wait for the big truck. Oh no, I might be a few seconds behind. Oh. Of course, I caught up to him at the next light. What an ass wagon. Alright, well now just we're out of all the rain and everything. It's actually, the sun is out. We're in a little bit of shade from a cloud right now. Just about to cross from Wyoming into South Dakota. This Highway 212 just slices across the top right corner of Wyoming for only about 20 miles. And we're into South Dakota, then you turn and you drop south down to I-90, and then we're not too far from Rapid City. So we've got about another hour to go, and then we'll get parked for the night, so that's good news. So, yeah, one other thing I gotta say about this whole situation about driving for free, which I don't like, you know, I said the brokers earlier, you know, they shouldn't have scheduled that run. There we are, South Dakota. Unrealistically like that. But brokers do that all the time. They shouldn't be promising their customer, the shipper or receiver or both, oh yeah, it can be there on Wednesday, and schedule it for that when it's unrealistic. Shouldn't be my job to make sure the run is realistic and legal. Shouldn't be, but it is. Because, you know, as my father always said, just because somebody has a job does not mean they do it well. And that's proof again. So this is ArcBest. I have a love-hate relationship with them. When they do their job well, and they do it great. When they do it badly, they do it really badly. And this is another example. So, and I'm sure they scheduled it for Wednesday because they knew they couldn't do it Thursday, even though it was unrealistic. Fool me once, shame on me, or shame on you. Fool me twice, I'm punching you in the face. At least that's what I feel like. Alright, enough of me ranting for now. Oh, and I do want to mention before I go, because I was driving in Montana area north of Yellowstone National Park and along and over the Yellowstone River many times, I did notice that, yeah, it's raging, baby. It's much higher than I've ever seen it before, and I drive I-90 a lot. I tend to go up to the northwest a lot, especially in the wintertime, because a lot of drivers don't want to go there in the wintertime. They're afraid of the ice and snow and stuff. So that's when the loads up that way usually pay better. But yeah, it was raging. I saw in a few places just, off of the highway where it was, it's so much wider, and you could tell where it's eroded a lot of the banks and stuff. So you can see if it's doing that kind of damage right there, imagine where it's all starting and coming from in the middle of Yellowstone Park. All right, so I'm going to stop complaining, but thanks for watching. I appreciate that. And I know I'm going to get comments from some people saying, you cry like a little girl, okay. And as I always say, nobody is forcing you to watch my videos. If you don't like them, you don't watch. You shut it off. You go away. No one's sticking a gun to your head and saying, you must watch Clutch Trucker, you must. But again, thank you for everyone who made it this far. I do appreciate it. Parked now at the Flying J. This is a very, very old one. Here in Rapid City. It's about only 4 miles away from where I'm taking Rusty tomorrow to get groomed. So you'll have to tune into the next video and see how purty he looks. Yeah, he has no idea. Yeah, I keep looking at him going, yeah, you're getting groomed, buddy. I know it. So anyway, he'll be coming up here in the closing. All right, thanks for tuning in for that one. Yeah, I haven't been that mad in a while. Actually, not since I had that stuff in Seattle and Tacoma and all that in Portland, trying to get the load down to Houston, and they kept screwing me over with that broker. So yeah, tired dog. It's been a long day, I know, because we got up late last night, so it's nice to finally be parked again. So getting groomed, buddy, getting groomed tomorrow. So thanks for watching that. I hope you at least can empathize. When someone messes with your livelihood, you get a little upset. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. All right, thanks for tuning in. As always, please subscribe, please like and comment. I get to your comments usually within a couple of days, sometimes takes longer because I'm a working truck driver. Don't forget about Clutch Trucker at Instagram, Clutch Trucker at Twitter, and as always, sniff that magic YouTube fairy dust. Clutch and Rusty, out. I reject your reality and substitute my own. Here's the strip. Where's it going? Where's it going? Oh, there it goes. He's all over it. And why, you ask? All right, sing along at home, because he's a begging strip dog. He's a begging strip dog. Sometimes he eats too fast and he starts to cough. He's a bag and strip dog. Alright, here's another one for you. Oh yeah, happy dog. Yeah, Rusty does help me calm down a little bit when I get really mad like that, so. What are you gonna do? Alright, Rusty. Think you got it, buddy. Found a little piece in the corner, did you? Alright. Happy dog look. Come on, look up here.